Welcome, everyone. I'm Kerrie from Multidimensional Quantum Healing. I would welcome you all into the year of the fire horse. So, I've been in through quite a lot of cleansing through the year of 2025, the year of the snake, where we've been shedding layers of self. Now, a lot of mine came through a lot physically. So the year of the snake 2025, I was very much doing a lot of liver gallbladder cleanses. And within the liver and the gallbladder cleanses, this is actually clearing through our energetic fields as well as our physical bodies. So liver gallbladder cleanse would go into the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, that base foundation level of our energetic bodies. So a lot of cleansing and a lot of grounding and a lot of coming back to the body, coming back to the self, coming back to being strong. So a lot of us have become very metabolically weak. So metabolically weak will present as, issues within our pancreas, digesting sugars, digesting foods, which also links into our gallbladders as well. The ability to release bile, have a clean moving bile system that can then kill parasites, kill pathogens. So we become quite weak as a population in that our endocrine system, our glands, which also links into our chakras as well. So every single gland links into a chakra system, and I'll do a meditation guidance on connecting into this as well at some point. So as we connect into these different glands within our bodies, and think of how many people have had thyroid issues, including myself. And the thyroid not functioning is also linked into other aspects not functioning as well. So a lot of the low levels can link into the liver not being able to process a lot of the hormones. And again, this hormonal imbalance within women, we could even say the onset of menopause could also be triggered by the imbalance in the body's way to process the hormonal system and the endocrine systems throughout our bodies. So when the liver is congested, everything starts to get stuck. So when we have a congested gallbladder, liver, when the pancreas is overburdened because we have been programmed to eat too frequently, like even 3 meals a day is probably, probably fine for children. But as we hit a metabolic rate when we start to get older in our lives, we've never really been meant to be eating all the time, like 3 meals a day. It's like just by the time that meal digests, I'll eat the next meal and then I'll eat the next meal. And then we become really metabolically weak, which means our immune systems are quite slow as well, which means that we feel like we need to eat all the time. We struggle to function. We can get brain fog. We have low energy. Whereas if we have more of which is good because the intermittent fasting is quite a good way for our human systems to work, especially when we think of even long-term fasting. Long-term is in like 2 to 3 to 4 days. If you want to do a week, great. But if we can do these mild intermittent fasting, linked in with now and then I might not eat for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days. So this comes in with the balance of our natural state. And this is why even a lot of our animals can get a lot sicker because they're having not having a little bit of a break within their cycle of eating, which again, when we think back to our evolution, it was quite normal to just have days without food. And then we would have feasts and we have days with lots of food or a big meal at the end of the day where we've collected our harvest and then eaten. So when we think back into our genetics and the natural components of how our bodies and our systems have been formed over millions of years. We've been very much within the cycles of the seasons, eating with the seasons, and this could even link into, being more vegan, vegetarian during the summer months. Then the food gets a little bit more scarcity, and then we're probably eating more fish and meats and fats throughout the winter system when there's not very much we can grow. So there's like systems of maybe we're not all or nothing. Maybe, when it is certain times of the year, we're eating certain things that are around at that time of year. And that again goes in with the season of our systems and the seasons of our bodies. And depending where you are from, within, what climate you actually grew up in, your body's systems are from, whether it's a warmer climate or a cooler climate. There's going to be certain components and certain foods and certain seasons that will work better with your body systems because none of us are built the same. So yeah, I thought I'd share a lot of this as well because as we're moving into the year of 2026, which also drops down into a 1 year or a 10 year. So the 1 year is like beginnings and the 10 year is completion. So this year overlaps both frequencies of that. What are we completing and then what are we starting again? And the year of the fire horse, when we think of fire, the fire cleanses. So I feel that we're very much still in a year of cleansing, where the last year, and if you're still in this cleansing period yourself, keep going with it. Like where I feel in the last year was the big purge of emotional, mental, even physical kind of backlog of energies within our systems. And then as we move forward into 2026, it's going to be the fine tuning. What have I lessons have I learned? What lessons have I completed? What have I moved through that was uncomfortable in relationships, relationship with myself, relationship with others, relationship with work, relationship with my body, how I respond to my body, how I listen to my body. Am I ignoring my body? Am I ignoring my intuition? So through all these different pathways of learning and then reconnecting back to the self, we're in a very pivotal time of our evolution and our metabolic health. So energetically and physically, we have to work through all these different layers. And we came here to be a spirit within our physical form. And if we work with our chakra systems and our endocrine systems and all the different glands in our body are not functioning how they are, then our chakra systems are not going to be functioning to their true capacity as well. And it's going to make us not only physically weaker, but energetically weaker as well. And if we're physically and energetically weaker, how are we then supposed to embody? I mean, that word embody gets used a lot, but really, embodiment is that my nervous system is rested, my body is functioning at its optimum level. It's almost like we can turn back the time on aging. Like, aging is really what even is it? It's our body systems not being able to replenish and rejuvenate and make cells as good as it used to make those cells. So as it becomes malfunctioned in that process, again, through hormonal imbalances, metabolic imbalances, the system being clogged with chemicals, whether it's chemicals from our air, from food. But again, these chemicals, we just have to be able to process them with cleansing out the body, assisting it with certain herbs and processes, and even the fasting process, which was allow us for that deep clean of the body systems to allow us to be this physical vessel that is healthy, metabolically and energetically strong, so we can be our true embodied selves, which is the essence of our soul fully being able to actualize its expression. So this is a really exciting time, and as we move through fire, which fire for me represents, and it's the dance, it's the dance of life. It's clearing the pathway. When the fire has been through somewhere, we can easily move through that terrain. So it's clearing the pathway so we can actually see clearly. So when we move forward, maybe into 2027, there's going to be those green sprouts of new growth. And this year still is those green sprouts that's going to start to come through. But we've got that foundation of letting the dust settle, coming back to ourselves, coming back to our bodies. And fire as well, we can almost feel into when there's been times when we look through our past around the year of the fire horse, it was very much represented around, we could even say travel. When the fire horse, think of the car, horsepower. The fire horse would symbolize maybe that evolution of movement, fast speed. Maybe I think it was even the time when the internet or technology was really starting to kick off as well in these certain pivotal moments of when it's in a 60-year cycle, the fire, when it links back into the fire horse. So this 60-year kind of transition of different cycles that we've been through to land back here again. It's an initiation. We think of AI right now. I mean, it can go into, how can this assist us in so many ways to become more efficient? And because AI can work really fast, how can we allow that fast pace of what the AI can accomplish to actually allow us to really connect back into, I don't have to work as hard. I don't have to spend as much time on the computer. I don't have to, you know, take as long to do as what it used to do before. So again, it's a speeding up, but how can we allow the speed up of technology to allow us to come back into our own space, peace? Now, this is taming that fire. So this is another angle as well, which we're going into as the fast pace keeps continuing. How do we allow that fast pace and move with that fast pace to enable it to assist in our own physical, emotional, and mental well-being? So lots to think and consider over this year. Many blessings to you, and I'll connect with you all soon.